isn't public access in here.
Yeah, but I'm in conversation with her.
I know, but this isn't a public access area, so you can just head out into here for me.
I'm in the middle of a conversation. This is so that I can have a private conversation. Yeah, but I'm having a private conversation with him.
Okay, you're not at the minute though, so if you could just head out on here, because this is a private room. Thank you very much.
Sure. Right. What's your name again, sorry?
As I said, Tony.
Tony and Lucy, was it?
Yeah.
All right.
Correct.
And you're 8013.
7536.
And you want to know how I managed to get through there?
Yeah.
Why are you so curious about that?
See, are you not going to tell us? I mean, ultimately we can look at the cameras. If you can tell us, that would just be quicker for everyone involved, wouldn't it?
Well, I don't see what I need to tell you.
Okay, well we'll wait on it.
Why are you so curious about that then?
Because it's a locked room, that's all.
Maybe I've got superpowers.
Do we know who can access the cameras in the front office? Staff here don't know.
The officers reacted as if Brett had broken into a high security area, but all he actually did was open a closed, unlocked door that had no signs or warnings on it. That detail is important. If there is no notice and no physical barrier, a member of the public has no reason to believe a room is restricted. Brett didn't force his way in, bypass security, or ignore any instructions. The reality is simple. If the police wanted the room to remain private, they should have locked it. They didn't. This was a procedural failure, not a criminal act. Instead of admitting their mistake, the officers immediately started checking CCTV footage, which only helped turn a minor issue into a much bigger problem.
Have you just come out of custody?
No.
No.
Well, I did go and see custody.
You want to go seek her? Okay.
Yeah, I was just having a look round.
Did they help you?
Well, she opened the door for me. Okay. But I was having a look round.
I think we just need to make sure that this door is secure, that's really...
Yeah.
Because you're not committing any offences, so we just
No.
need to make sure that the door is secure, that's all. I wonder if it's just been left slightly...
But that's just a private room, isn't it? So you can have a private conversation rather than having a public one out there.
Into it, were you? I'm out of the police station. Someone in the police station.
Why not? It's a public building.
I think you've got bail conditions not to be in them.
No, I haven't.
You've got a CBO condition, have you not?
No.
What have you got then?
Nothing at all.
Timed out.
What's CBO stand for?
Criminal behaviour order.
No, I haven't.
My colleague's just going to get some details. And we'll work it out from there.
How are you not, how can I not be allowed to go in a police station then? It's like not being allowed in a hospital if you had a road accident or something. If I've got business to be in here.
The male officer refused to let Brett back into the police station, a public building, based on nothing more than a belief that he might have a criminal behaviour order, CBO. At that point, he hadn't even confirmed it with the colleague checking Brett's details. Rather than waiting for the facts, he acted on an assumption. You cannot deny someone access to public services based on a guess, especially when that person is simply waiting to speak with an officer they had already been dealing with. A criminal behaviour order is a serious court order that places restrictions on a person's activities and movements. Officers should know whether one exists, not merely suspect it. Getting it wrong can result in an innocent person being unlawfully denied their rights.
What's your business to be in there?
Well, I have got business to be in there.
What's your business?
I'm inquiring and following up about an illegal arrest.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well that remains to be seen, doesn't it?
What, as to whether it was illegal or not? You know my name, do you?
Yeah.
Because obviously that gentleman in there, who's very polite actually and very helpful, he knows who I am. What would happen if I went in the police station then?
You'll be breaching whatever order it is that you've been given.
Well, I haven't been given any orders. When you get, just tell me how you get given the order, because as far as I know, there's no order. But how would it have been presented in some sort of document form, wouldn't it?
Usually, yeah.
And I'd have had a bit of paper or a bit of writing on there saying...
Or you may have been to court.
No, I haven't been to court. Only in jury service. I'm allowed in the police station until you can prove that otherwise, aren't I?
Brett ended up highlighting the flaw in the officer's thinking. His logic was straightforward. If a criminal behaviour order exists, it comes from a court, is officially recorded, and is served on the person involved. When Brett calmly asked, "How would I receive it?" "Would I have been given paperwork?" he pointed out the obvious. Anyone subject to such an order would normally receive documents explaining the terms and conditions. If none of that had happened, then either the officers had identified the wrong person or no order existed at all. Before restricting his access, they should have properly verified his identity, checked for any active order, and confirmed its conditions. Good policing is based on evidence, not assumptions.
We just need to make sure that this door is secure. That's really...
Yeah.
Because you're not committing any offences, so we just
No.
need to make sure that the door is secure, that's all.
The officer admitted the door wasn't locked. She admitted Brett hadn't forced entry. She also acknowledged that no crime had taken place. Despite saying all of that, she still arrested him for the very conduct she had already confirmed was not an offence. That contradiction sits at the heart of the entire incident.
So what happened was I was arrested. They used force against me and put me in cuffs and bent my fingers back. They stuck me into the back of the police van and took me around to the custody place where I was told that I'd breached a behavioural order and I'd got into a secure area. Well, I protested my innocence, and they looked into it and discovered that they'd arrested the wrong person, that there's another person with my name and date of birth who had a behavioural order against them, and they thought that that was me, and like I say, arrested me for it. And then this secure area I got into, well, the door was ajar. It's in the public foyer where you have a private conversation with the police staff.
Brett was taken into custody as if he were a dangerous offender, all based on an identity the officers had never properly confirmed. Once he arrived at custody, the truth became clear. The individual they were looking for shared the same name and date of birth, but it was not Brett. That alone shows how carelessly the situation was handled. The officers arrested a man without properly verifying who he was and without taking basic steps to avoid a mistaken identity. Then came the final embarrassment. They claimed Brett had entered a secure area, but even custody staff had to acknowledge what he had been saying from the start. The door wasn't locked, and the room was a public privacy room intended for visitors who needed confidential conversations with staff. Why the Time offers independent coverage. Also, be sure to check out Brett Chamberlain's channel, linked in the description below. Show him some support. Thanks for watching.